on this fine early morning of BSG. I'm Boxmeister. I'm gonna run Hamtaro Hams Unite for you this morning. Adorable game. It's all about gathering your friends and having a party. So I would say let's get started. Is tech ready for a countdown? Okay, then we're gonna start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. So we're Hamtaro, or at least I will rename us a little bit here. A little bit of liberty. Let's see, that is BSG. That's relatively quickly named. Okay, cool. So we're getting asked by our good friend Boss, the hamster, the big hamster of the clubhouse, to gather our friends for some events. But he's also talking about Hamchat, the latest craze in Hamsterland to speak the language of hamsters. And it's a big part of the game, gathering the words for your vocabulary. And we're getting a bit of a crash course right here. Getting a book to gather these words in. So you can all ride along and say stuff like hum-ha to say hello. I know, right? It's adorable. Adorable franchise. Quite a few games in them, actually, the Hamtaro series. You have Hamams Unite for the GBC, Ham Heartbreak for the GBA, Rainbow Rescue, and Ham Games. And yeah, as you see, we're learning a few Hamchat words here to tackle things, to greet things, to pick up things by sniffing them first. Typical hamster behavior, so it's a bit of a tutorial section, and it's mostly text meshing, and I just need to be careful not to overmesh and select the wrong Hamchat, because that will be a time waste. Now, few things happen in this run. We need to get our friends, so that's 12 hamsters in total, so it's quite a few. And obviously, in order to gather them, we'll also need to correct words in order to get the desired results from hamsters and interactions. But we're also there's also a bit of planning on in terms of resources that you need. For example, in this tutorial, you see the sunflower seeds, and sunflower seeds are the main currency for a hamster. So you can pay stuff with that, which makes sense. Boss gives us here some extra words to start out, so we start out with a bunch of them. Yeah, well, the first area will mostly be on gathering sunflower seeds for the later parts of the run in order to have us be all set to get everything we need in the run. It's mostly execution based, talking to the right hamsters, doing the right things in the right order. So here we go to the first area, Acorn Shrine. Now, this shrine is surprisingly all about acorns, because the nice thing about acorns is that each acorn we can gather, we can trade in for 20 sunflower seeds, and we need a total of 73, roughly 73 sunflower seeds in this run to buy the stuff that we need throughout the run. So what you'll see in the first few screens is to gather a few acorns. We also see the first hamster we're gonna gather, which is Bijou. Lovely girly hamster. A bit of a crush on our protagonist here. Oh, I selected the wrong command. My bad. We're gonna climb up this tree to gather the acorn, because it's we'll be tackling the first tree, climbing up the second one, and going for a tackle on the third tree, and then we have all the acorns we need. And this area, this gathering Bijou is a little bit of a slightly longer segment, because we need to trade in these acorns. And this screen where you keep track of all the acorns is a screen you're gonna see a few times. We'll also be gathering a few Hamchats before. For example, we get the word for cute from this hamster with the flower over here. Yeah, well, in this one we'll roughly gather a little bit over half of the Hamchat words. There is a category that gathers all of the words, and there's also a bit of a post game in this for this game as well, where you gather all the Hamchats and all the stars, which is a post game quest. So you have quite a few categories you can run for this game, and yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's adorable. And yeah, this section with Bijou is a little bit of a chase, which we only lengthen in order to get get most of the sunflower seeds we need during this run, because this hamster in the bushes right here likes acorns, so we can trade each acorn in for 20 sunflower seeds. And the annoying thing is that we have to exit and enter the screen and do this trading 3 times. So yeah, this is gonna take a little bit, because you see the acorn be removed from our inventory and then the 20 sunflower seeds added to it. So it's mostly tag smashing here. So if you have any messages, Mies, go ahead.
Yeah, sure we do. I've mentioned the game before that you can win if you donate 10 euros or more. You can also put your bets in some bid wars that is going on. For example, the Pokemon Legend, that you can name your trainer or your character with a maximum of 12 characters. So you can get your donations for that. Also, you can pick one for Shen, Memi, Tensai, via normal any percent. We have also some the choose ending for that, between the law on chaos or the neutral ending. You can send your donations for that in. Also, we have Cyber Shadow currently open, and yeah, Silent Hill and Portal 2. So you have way more to choose between your donations, and it's for a good cause. So yeah.
Yeah, thank you very much, Mies. We're done with the acorn trading, so we have most of the sunflower seeds we need. So that's a lot of the boring stuff done. Now we're a bit mean here because we're gonna scare poor Bijou here, and in all the excitement she dropped her stone in the bushes. So we're gonna get that first before talking to her. So that saves us going back and forth, and then, oops, that's the wrong command. Then we apologize, and we're gonna get the first hamster gathered, and each hamster is gathered with this awesome, with this very adorable scene we're about to see. So each hamster also teaches us a Hamchat word. So for example, she teaches us the thank you word here. So here we're gonna get the first animation coming up. Really adorable. Yeah. So that's one hamster down. 11 more to go. The other ones, most of them go a little bit quicker. There's only one that's really a good bit longer. And some other areas unlock as well. But we're first gonna get the second hamster we can get at Acorn Shrine. It's 2 hamsters we get per area. So next hamster we're gonna get is Maxwell. He's a bit of a bookish character, bit of a nerd. And in order to get them, we first need a extra Hamchat word we're gonna get here, and gonna get that word on the next screen, and we gather a few more sunflower seeds. Now, if all goes well in execution, that's all the sunflower seeds I need. If I need to do a retry on the minigame we need to do somewhere later in the run, then I need to gather some more seeds in order to be able to buy everything. It's 3 sunflower seeds per missed try, basically. But all should be good. So we dig up some extra seeds over here. That sets us as 73, and we should if all goes well, no longer need to collect any more extra sunflower seeds. Now, first we have to tackle this wall a few times in order to open up the ceiling, and apparently our good friend Maxwell is on the ceiling trying to greet us, but yeah, it's having a bit of a tumble. I'm feeling bad about it, feeling a bit embarrassed. But we're gonna cheer him up by embarrassing ourselves, basically, because we fall into the mud pool into the mud pool over here, and that cheers him up, and he goes along with us to the clubhouse. So, saying we're a bit of a strange hamster, and that's already 2 hamsters, and we're done with Acorn Shrine. So, back to the clubhouse we go. And yeah, this Hamtaro is quite a bit of a lengthy franchise. It used to be short stories and drawings about hamsters, and it spawned an entire anime series that also aired in the Netherlands, actually. So yeah, it's a bit of a lengthy one. Now, Oxnard is on that screen. There is the next hamster we're gonna collect, but before we are able to collect him, we need an additional word, and that's the word for giving up. This hamster here is gonna teach us that word, because well, he has not been found in hide and seek, and they gave up looking for him, which is actually a bit sad. But he helps us to get Oxnard along, because Oxnard is a bit sad that he lost his favorite sunflower seed, an extra large one. And he can't find it, so he wants us to help looking for it. And well, we're gonna do not the best attempt at it, because we were not able to find it in the dig spot over here. And we just tell him to give up, and he will throw a bit of a tantrum at it. But turns out that he was actually, which you'll see in a minute, that he was actually located on top of his favorite seed all along. So he finds it, and he'll go with us to the clubhouse. So this one's relatively quick. Yeah, this game has a lot of character, and the premise is relatively simple, because it's just gathering all your hamster friends, really. And it's really the basic an adventure, not and very accessible, very fun to play. Actually, I played this game originally because my classmate had this game and borrowed it to me. And it's a very accessible speedrun, really very easy to pick up. There's good guides on this and on the other Hamtaro games as well. Oh, wrong direction there. So next hamster we're gonna collect is Pashmina, stylish hamster with a scarf. But in order to get some later hamsters and some later things as well, we need few ham chat words. For example, the word for friends. It's not the one we need for Pashmina, but for the hamster we're gonna collect after. This hamster also wants us to find her friends using a cucumber. It's not something we're gonna do in this run. It would be something we do if we were to collect all collectibles, all ham chats. But the rest of that subquest gets ignored in this part. So now Pashmina is located on top of this climbing bars, and the way this works is at every intersection you cross. But it's a relatively simple puzzle for this one, because we need to climb up the first 2. And if you climb up on the second one, you locate Pashmina, but her scarf is blown away by the wind, so we need to collect that one. But luckily, it's pretty easy to get that one back, because if we climb up the first one, we'll end up at the very far right part of this climbing rack, and there we see a bird with the scarf in its mouth, and well, we make it laugh by using a Hamchat. Teach it the word for friend, and it's not the right word because we're just gonna mash A, and we actually use the word for going to the bathroom, which is go pee over here. It's a bit of fun. most of the Hamchats are in all good fun. A little bit of play, a little bit of a play on the actual words. A lot of character. Now this game was actually is a special game for another reason as well. This is the very last Game Boy Color game that was released by Nintendo in Europe, actually. So this was released in 2001. So it's very late into the life cycle of the original Game Boy. So it's amazing. So that's good. Oh, Pashmina has a scarf back, so we'll take it back to the clubhouse, and that is 4 out of 12 hamsters collected. Now, the next area is gonna be a bit of a bit of a longer area, and it's not for the first ham, but it's for the second hamster. It's a longer, more stuff we have to do to collect him. So next area is the ruins, and in the ruins 2 hamsters are located. Penelope, smaller baby ham, and Cappy here, who likes to wear hats. Now Cappy is the second one we're going to collect, and we'll say we help collect Penelope, but Cappy will be located later to a further part into the area, and that is a long trek around we have to do after we collect Penelope. Penelope is pretty straightforward because she's playing with a frog over here. So the only thing we need to do is to drain this bath over here by pulling the plug. And then the frog was actually looking after Penelope because she's a very young hamster and she seemed a bit lost. But we can convince the frog to return her to us because we can indicate that we're actually her friend. And yeah, she mimics us, so she comes along, saying goodbye in a very adorable way. Yeah, it is. The main gist is very straightforward, and but yeah, the biggest segment of collecting a single hamster is coming up next for Cappy. So, also going through all these motions, do you have anything to say, Mies?
Well, first thing I want to say is that the chat is hyped with this game. Really do. They really like it. They really enjoyed it. All those cozy little hamsters, emotes spamming in chat. And yeah, they really loved it. But also, we want to say, if you want to go to more on-site speedrunning and events, our brothers in the United Kingdom are hosting UKSG Blue 23 in Glasgow. That runs the 23rd and 24th of September 2023. And they will be raising money for Crisis. But if you are just tuning in, you can also support BSG as well if you like the events. We have also the Colic McGreathon happening live on our own Twitch channel, twitch.tv/BSG Marathon. So yeah, back to you.
Yeah, thank you very much. Now this frog here is teaching us how to predict the weather. And the trick to it is to smell the moisture in the air. So that allows us to predict whether it's gonna rain or not. So interesting. Hamsters can actually predict weather. We're also a bit mean to this hamster over here because whenever we tackle this TV, a sink fell down. The first 3 fell down on us. The 4th one fell down on this older hamster over here. The poor guy. But we do need this ham chat. And actually we're gonna go for a slightly musical section because there is some classical music actually in this game in the form of the bolero, and you'll see right here. Beautiful. Oh, that's wrong. Chat. Let me quickly select the right one. This one. Yeah, this Amsterdam dances to the music, and it's a cool rendition of the bolero using the GBC sound chip over here. It's and in the clubhouse, actually, you have a room where you can play, you dance to songs using the Hamchat words you learn. You can collect songs, and yeah, it's a fun little side game you can do. It's also comes into play a little bit towards the end. You'll see, but first we will be going through this bigger section because that hamster is actually blocking the shorter way of getting to the arcade where Cappy is located. Instead, we need to go up and down basically. So we need to pay this this hamster to ride the elevator to try and get to the roof. After which we have to dig to get down into the arcade. 5 sunflower seeds for this elevator, which we can ride whenever we want, is pretty okay. So that's the first 5 we'll spend. And the main reason we need 73 seeds is because one item in a little bit later in the run actually costs 50 sunflower seeds to buy. That's quite an expensive one. We're gonna be a bit mean to this ham because he will fall down. Poor guy. It's just nothing personal. We just need to get to the roof. And we learned the word for dislike. Yeah, this game emotes. The Hamchat words give a lot of emotion and flair to the game. And this hamster, mother hamster with her 2 kids, actually wants us to use our newfound ability to predict the weather. And when you smell that there's rain upcoming, so the weather's not too cool, which causes them to actually pick up their stuff and leave. So we can actually go through the building because they're right on top of the hole we need to dig through, basically. That's the quickest packing up job I've seen. And this allows us to enter the arcade where Cappy is located. Now, Cappy is really interested in this the grand prize you can win here, which is Shogun wig. And at first he's like, oh wait, I'll go with you, but he keeps looking at the price basically. So in order for him to actually come along with us, we need to win the prize. Oh, now this mini game actually is scripted, but it requires precise execution. So let's see if we can do this in the first try. It's mainly about not messing up, so it's a minigame you do in a fixed order. So it's second one, third one. That is looking good. Yes, okay, first try. So this gives us the high score we need to get the Shogun wig. And with this, we can get Cappy along, and we have the longest section for a single hamster done. So we can give him this present over here. And finally, we're done with the ruins area, and we're actually halfway done with collecting the hamsters. Now, after this, will be a few areas where we mostly will be collecting 2 hamsters at once. So there are slightly longer segments, but you could get 2 for the price of 1, basically. So that's speeds up a little bit. But we're on the halfway point, so it's looking really good. Yeah, Cappy collecting all sort of stuff to wear, like saucepans. But next up is actually the supermarket, where Howdy and Dexter were seen. And Howdy and Dexter are these 2 hamsters which are in love with Pashmina, the hamster with the scarf. So they're always bickering over having a bit of a rivalry to impress her here. So they each go their own way to collect something to give to her. Now, in the supermarket, you have 2 possibilities. You can go to Dexter first, spy on Howdy. So Dexter is the hamster with the glasses. Howdy's the other one. Or you can go to Howdy first and then spy on Dexter. And the scenario that happens is different for each one. For the speedrun, we go to Dexter first and then to Howdy. And this report ham is also Snoop trying to get the scoop here on what is happening. So we go to the freezing, to the cold storage to see what Dexter's up to. We ask him about friends, but he states that Howdy is his rival, for which we get the appropriate word right here. And he asks us actually to spy on Howdy. And Howdy is located near the cash register, which we'll be going up to in a bit. Now, in this supermarket, there's also a hamster selling goods. He'll come into play a little bit later. Now, since we did the minigame first try, I don't have to pick up any extra sunflower seeds, because had I messed up the minigame to get the hat for Cappy, it would cost me 3 sunflower seeds a piece. But since I have done it first try, I don't need to pick up any extra ones, and we're good to go. Yeah, Howdy teaches us the word for playing, and it has an amazing animation. It's an amazing one. Also, shoutouts to Boxmeister Mark. It's his favorite animation, but he's not here. And yeah, Howdy asks us to spy on Dexter, basically, on what he's actually sculpting. But so when we go climb down, the reporter actually reports us that Dexter is in trouble. And because what has happened, surprise, surprise, Dexter in the cold storage has been frozen. So we'll ask Howdy to help us, and he will actually drop what he's doing and help us to thaw Dexter out. He did find a shiny coin, actually. But he'll drop it immediately to help out his friend. So that's very kind. I do like Howdy as a hamster. He makes a lot of puns, which I am frequently doing as well. I mean, in runs like these, it's kind of easy to go ham on the puns. I hear the tech noises of approval, so all is well. all good vibes and cute hamsters in this early in the morning, so we're due for a great day. Now, we're trying to give Howdy some ideas to thaw out Dex. At first, we're gonna try to see if we can chew him out using our teeth, but that's not gonna work. So actually, we're gonna go to. Hamster here, Hamswap, who's selling items that can actually help us. He's selling the heat patch, which can allow us to thaw out, or the stripe sticker. The stripe sticker is a sticker you would use in the other scenario to open the cash register, because the alternative scenario where you go to Howdy first, Howdy gets stuck in the cash register and you buy the stripe sticker to open it. In this scenario, we will buy the heat patch to thaw out Dexter. So, but the problem is the hamster sells it for 9,999 sunflower seeds, which is way too much. So we're actually gonna go find a way to have him sell it for a little bit cheaper. Now, you saw this reporter hamster looking a little bit sad, and that's because she lost the camera, so we're gonna get that back for her right now, and it's actually stuck on this bike here. But we can pull it down. Now, I've always been curious, but I've never tried it to see if I would be able to collect 9,999 sunflower seeds. I don't think you can even hold that many sunflower seeds because I would be interested to see if you would actually be able to buy that for that higher price, because price is obviously meant to show you that you actually need to find another way to get the job done. So the reporter gets a camera back from us, and she actually gives us a scoop on Hamswap in order to get him to sell the stuff for a little bit cheaper, for a fairer price. So Howdy will put him under pressure. Sorry, bit of dry throat. So there's a lot of scoops in this supermarket. So what's the scoop over there, Mies?
Over here it's really quiet, but for the people that are just tuning in, we are the Benelux Speedrun Gathering, a dedicated organization focused on hosting marathon within the Benelux region. Currently we are excited to be live streaming our annual event from Hotel Asteria in Venray, the Netherlands. And we are raising money for Mind, which is a nationwide organization committed to prevent mental health issues. And Mind strives to provide support to individuals and family facing mental health challenges. All of your donations will go to Mind. Back to you, Box.
Thank you. Yeah, lovely cause, Mind. I believe they also have a really nice telephone line you can call if you have any questions or any dealing with any trouble as well. So that's also a good. They're really a nice party. Oops, I selected the wrong one. I accidentally bought the Flugo. I can fix that pretty easily. It's still only 2 seats, but whoops. Or does he relocate? Slight slip up of the thing, but luckily the slip up also should allow me to get some flower seeds. The thing is, if you miss input, you can sometimes it can happen that you buy something you don't want. luckily it's relatively free to fix this one. Okay, careful here now. I need a heat patch. There we go. I already got back one of the seeds that I need, so I only need to get the second one, and I believe I can do so by going back the same way again, because the seeds do respawn when you re-enter the screen. But of course, the time loss is in the fact that I have to make this detour as well. Let's see. Yeah, luckily the seed respawns and we're good to go. I do need 55. I do need 55 exactly from here on out, but we have the heat patch, so we can thaw out Dexter and get Howdy and Dexter to go to the clubhouse. They will be making amends, and we can move on. The supermarket is I think the longest section out of all of them, but we're almost through that. But we get 2 hamsters for the price of 1, so that's nice here. So now we get 2 of those animations in very short succession. Howdy. With his fan. Dexter with his bow tie. He has a cool animation actually, because he's prepping his bow tie. And yeah, they make amends, but they soon start bickering again over a picture of Pashmina that Dexter has, because he has a nice picture than Howdy has. So they'll be bickering a bit again before we can continue on. So 2 more areas to go, 4 hamsters to collect. The next one next area we'll be going to is actually the school. We'll be going to elementary school to collect Panda and Jingle. Now, we don't collect them simultaneously, those 2 hamsters, but we do a lot of setup because Panda is basically a hamster that can do construction on things. But we do a lot of the things we need to do in order to reach Jingle already before we collect Panda. And in order to be able to reach Jingle, we need to get some sunflower seed tea to a hamster who has a bit of a stomachache. In order to do that, we need to fix up a bottle. Panda can fix that for us, but we will be collecting a lot of the stuff that we need first. And the nice thing is, once we collect Panda, we'll be taken to the clubhouse, but if we ask Panda, he'll take us back to this place. So that saves us a bit of backtracking. This hamster is sick and needs the sunflower tea. These bananas we pick up for the next area, the last area where we need to collect hamsters. And this hamster will give us the word to put stuff into a bottle. The Huffpuff animation. Now we'll be buying a bottle soon, and the bottle costs us 50 sunflower seeds. And we'll actually buy it from Hamswap. Although I'm gonna tell you that it's gonna be a little bit of a scam, because he's gonna sell us a broken bottle, actually. In this shop on top of this shoe locker. And one of the main reasons we need that many sunflower seeds. But luckily the run is pretty well routed sunflower seed wise, at least if you don't make small mistakes like I did with the cold medicine in the supermarket. But we're good to go. Got the bottle. And now we'll be collecting a few more words we need further on in the run before we collect Panda. So Now this game was released in 2001, and in those days the internet was not as widespread as it is nowadays. But we will be browsing the internet in this game actually. First, this hamster is gonna teach us one of the more adorable Hamchat words. This wishy word is also what will allows us to ask for a few requests. But we're actually gonna be turning on a computer here and surfing the web as a hamster, which is really cool. Looking pretty basic, nice old-fashioned computer screen. But yeah, Hamtaro.com, and it'll teach us the word for love, smoochie. Word we'll need to get jingle going. So let's get Panda. Let's get Panda back to the clubhouse. Panda's located over here in the workshop, and he's aptly named because he basically has a panda stripe pattern. And Panda is really easy to collect. You can basically go, as soon as you enter this area, go to him and talk to him. But we'll be getting the bottle first so that we can basically have him take us back here immediately and collect the jingle a little bit faster. So that's really that's really nice about the routing here. So he'll take us back to the workshop to fix the bottle with the hole in it that we received. And then after this, we can get sunflower tea in order to collect Jingle, because Jingle is in the back area of the school. Jingle is the bard of the group, is a songwriting hamster, and yeah, reaching him is what costs a little bit of time here, but we're quickly rounding up the remaining hamsters here, so this is going pretty okay. So I will be going upstairs in order to collect the sunflower tea that we need. It's located in this tea shop, and we can actually get it for free here, so which is amazing. Receiving tea for free is nice. Oh, whoops, that's the wrong one. And we asked them to put some tea in the bottle. And we're good to go. Fills up the bottle. And we have, oops, filled up bottle. Yeah, if you see the screen shift, sometimes the problem about playing on GBA is that if you press the L or R buttons, which are GBA only buttons, you stretch the screen, so that's sometimes happens by accident due to me gripping the GBA. And we'll be going to Jingle. Almost there. First, we're gonna give the flower tea to the hamster over here. She wants us to come back later, and after we come back in, she's gone, and we can head outside. Now, Jingle has a bit of a writer's block, so we help him find the right words to express his feelings. He feels a bit uncool, and he wants some words to write songs about, to do a performance. Luckily, we actually searched the internet in this game to get the word he needs, which is the word for love, smoochie. It inspires him, and Jingle comes along, and we're done with this area, and only one area and 2 hamsters remaining. So that's nice. It's coming along nicely. nicely on schedule. So, the last area is the Sky Garden, and the Sky Garden is mostly to do with the roof terrace, and Stan and Sandy are located over there. And Stan and Sandy are twins, so they're brother and sister, so fraternal twins. And we need to be going first to reach the roof in order to be able to get them. Now, in order to reach, there are two ways up to the roof. There's this pipe blocked by the monkey, and there's a tree on the other side. We eventually need to use the tree on the other side, because even when we give this monkey the bananas and he goes away, this pipe will be blocked. So, but we need to go through these steps in order to unlock the tree on the other side. Because the monkey will actually chase the hamster here off the tree by eating all the cherries here. And we need this word from these two hamsters in order to have the hamsters help us on top. Now, the rooftop garden is located in a circular pattern, so it just goes in a loop. And in order to now, Stan is flirting with all the girls, but so he's basically walking around the rooftop. And we need to catch him, but we need Sandy's help actually to catch him, because whenever we go to the next screen, he will go to the next screen, and if you approach on the other side, he will go the other way. So we actually need to have Sandy's help. Now, Sandy is located on the island, which you can reach from the bottom middle part, but I need a few other words and situations to happen first. Now, the reason I go counterclockwise here is in order to keep Stan's walking on the bottom middle screen for now, and because the problem is whenever you go to a screen where Stan is located, you have this cutscene of him walking off to the next screen, and that's very slow to keep watching for that. So that's why why it's actually faster to walk around and keep him on the same square, basically. Now we see the word for stylish here, and we're gonna use that word right here to get another word that we need, and the word we learn here is for teamwork. And this word is needed in order to, when we collect Sandy, that she helps us to collect Stan. Finishing off this conversation. Now, in order to reach Sandy, there's a current on around the middle island, but in order to disable that, we need to pull the plug behind the juice bar, basically. And in order to be able to get there, we need to have her ask us to get strawberry juice. And strawberry juice is where we'll be spending our remaining sunflower seeds. Last 5. So we're completely at 0, but that's the last sunflower seeds we need. So route working out nicely. And this plug powers the fountain, which drives the current around the island. And we just pull it out. And we can go and collect Sandy. So we're getting close to the end. It's a few minutes still. Now Stan walks us to the next screen, and we can reach the island here now, where Sandy is located. Oh. One thing that can happen with overmeshing is that you accidentally select the ham chats, because they're located on the A button as well, and you hold B and mesh A to go through text meshing. Now, we say that we pulled the plug and we were looking for her, and that allows us to collect Sandy, and Sandy will then go and help us get Stan coming along as well. So Sandy we get here. Now, in order to collect Stan, the problem with Sandy is in her current state, she even if you would chase Stan here, Sandy will come up after he's gone off screen and like, oh no, we just missed him. So what we do is we ask Sandy to cooperate with us and wait here actually. And then we loop all the way back around and chase Stan into this screen and collect the 2 hamsters at last, and then we'll round off this run. So time is not ending. When I collect Stan, because there's a little bit afterwards. Okay. We're getting Stan right here. And yeah, we're looking good on time, but no time yet, not yet. So we'll be going back to the clubhouse here, where Sandy tells Stan not to flirt with the girls too much. No more flirting. And we're gonna tell Balls the good news that we collected everyone. And he's actually going to show us the reason why we collected it. So the moment this run fades, the screen fades to the credits, which I will point out it's time. So yeah, he built a new party room where you can do ham jams. So great tune, by the way. So time is coming up. And it will be right about now. Time. $51.40, the 14. That's pretty alright. Given the fact that I had to make it quite a detour in the supermarket, so yeah, pretty decent. Adorable game. Like I said, there's some extended speedrun categories of this as well, where you collect all the ham chat words, for example, or collect the stars, which is more of a post-game quest. You have other Hamtaro games as well, such as Ham Heartbreak, Rainbow Rescue, Ham games. Who knows? We may be seeing them at a future BSG. For now, I want to thank you for watching this run. I have 3 more runs this marathon on the upcoming 3 days, so stick around, and you'll be seeing me tomorrow in a race for WarriorWare with Clover. So it's gonna be fun, and I'm gonna be throwing it back over to Mies.
Thank you so much, Boxmeister, for that incredible run. And we're not done with hamsters, because our next run is also about hamsters with balls. But Menno888 is going to tell you all about it. So stay tuned for more hamsters.